I didn't see any major glitches, just this one here, but I did realize that my minions hate books. Hey guys, so Torchlight Infinite came out, so I've been playing it, so I want to give you some of my first impressions. I've been playing the commander here, so I picked him because he can summon dudes. There's lots of cool looking classes, and I'd like to eventually try all of them, but I figured I always like playing summoning classes, if it's the Necromancer in D2 or the Witch Doctor D3, you know, anything that I could summon stuff in, or even the Torchlight II. I love summoning things, so I knew it wasn't going to get any more fun for me than a character that's going to be able to summon a bunch of stuff, so I picked him. So far, I'm enjoying it, to make the TLDR version of it. I think the style is pretty cool. It's Torchlight. I feel like some of this art is a little Joe Mad-ish, not in the face, but kind of like in the style and the armor, the big hands, big sword, shoulder pads. What I like about the game is, mostly, is how customizable all the spells are. So if you come into here and you go into, why am I blind, skills. So this is my healing spell here. And then you can put kind of gems in here that change the property of kind of how that works. But what I like also is that it lets you put multiple of the same spells on your kit if you have them. So I got the spider tank, but then I bought another one so I can have multiple spider tanks as well as the machine guard. So you can kind of do whatever you want. So currently I have this machine guard, 2 spider tanks, and this hammer, because I kind of like being more proactive with like my moves. So I can summon multiple of these guardians, and then like 2 of each of these little machine tanks, and I can really just have a big old squad with me, and it's quite fun. I'm summoning quite often, so there's a lot. I'm always pressing buttons, but you know, you can do whatever you want. I'll show you some other variations. There's a leaping ability that I find really fun. That it's really good mobility, and you can combo it with these like sentries that you can put out that kind of make a chain that you connect to, and you can kill everything that way. That's really fun. Shoot, I can even add that with the summoning and just use that and just jump around. I've done that before. So you can do no summons whatsoever. I ain't gonna do that, but the summoning is kind of my favorite part of the thing. Here is some of the equipment. It's pretty standard. Nothing really changes other than the weapon. So if I was to change the weapon, that will kind of change what the character is, you know, using. But other than that, that's the only thing that changes, is that all this like gear, like this cool helmet right here, that doesn't change. That's kind of a disappointment. I've grown accustomed to having it show, but it's all right. It still works, and there's lots of different like stats here that are specific more than just armor, like the basic info. If you scroll down here, this is a legendary item. It gets pretty specific on the substats that you can have on there. There's even like minion damage, so I can really mid-max in that way. So that can be fun late game. I don't know what the late game is yet. Obviously, it just dropped. But so far, it looks promising on that end. And, you know, a good way to mid-max your character and really hit as hard as possible. And that's kind of part of the fun of, like, dungeon crawlers anyways. You can even go full. I've done full summoning where, like, I don't even have this attack here. You don't even necessarily have to have an auto attack. You kind of put whatever you want in there. I've even had it where I just had minions, and then something to buff the minions' attack speed. So I'm essentially just standing around, but you're summoning minions so often that you're not literally just standing around, because you have to cast them. They don't stay out forever, but you know, you can do whatever you want, and that's kind of fun. Even these down here, I can summon fire and ice spirits, which you may have saw them out while I'm doing stuff. And as you're leveling up, these get more and more little ways to customize that spell. So this increases the minion's damage. Same here. chance for minions summon support skills to deal double damage. So you can really mess with not only the skill and then amplify them in different ways. I think that's pretty fun. Another thing to look at is it's pretty easy to upgrade your skills and everything. Just as they can upgrade, you just hit this little button up here. It'll tell you what you can upgrade. Boom, boom. You just tap on it, and it'll automatically upgrade it that way. And if you have anything else you need to do, here's the talent tree. You can go through multiple trees, and as you level up, you'll be able to unlock more and more of them. So I filled this one up to where I was wanting to go. I did a lot of like minion crit damage, crit rating, minion damage, base damage. So I did that. So I filled that up, and it gave me an opportunity to pick another one. So I chose this here, and I'm gonna, you know, do more, get really creative with it and do more minion damage. Pretty straightforward stuff, but it's a cool way to customize if you want to go survivability. I'm just choosing my survivability to be my minions in general, so I'm just boosting up the damage. So stuff like that. Picking up items pretty easy. You just walk somewhat near it and get the, oh, whoops, get this out of the way for now. You can either, it'll pop up on the top right, which confused me a little bit at first. I thought it was like another item over there, but no, it's just pops up at the top right here, the Witch Doctor's Glove, or you can just tap it right there on the ground. So you see, you can do that here, or you can use the little hand icon that pops up next to your skills. But it's okay. I didn't see anywhere in the menus to do like auto pickup. That would be nice, although your inventory is kind of small. So I could see, maybe you don't want it to auto pick up. It's not like Diablo where, dude, just pick up everything because I'm going to salvage everything. You can salvage things in this. It's pretty straightforward that way. There's Pact here where you can do a gacha to summon like these little critters here. And you can make a pact with them to go on this grid that will change up this grid a bit, but this is a way to, you know, further buff up your characters, of course. That's how you do it. But some of these look pretty cool. I got the little, like, mummy dude, but it'd be cool, because these guys follow you around. They don't deal damage, as far as I understand. But they're just there to look cool. I don't know if they're going to be, like... Because my guy's pretty short, so I don't know if this lady's going to be, like, the same height. But this is one way that there's a gacha built into the game. So, some of them are... That's adorable. It reminds me of Little Fairy in Berserk. Not Puck, but the other one that helped him get out of the prison. Guts get out of that prison that one time. Very sad. But, yeah, some of these are pretty cool. And the characters are cool. I don't love the way my dude looks. I don't normally go for dwarfs, but hey, if you summon things... You're the one I go for. Maybe the other ones can too. But so far, I'm having fun with the game. I'm going to try to delve further into it to see, you know, what all there is to it. There are different, like, outfits that you can get. So that's something. Weapon skins. So I'll have to look into, like, how all this works and how I get that. This I've seen that you can pay for. It's like a trail that you can have. Kind of like a weapon effect. Back accessories. You know, all kinds of craziness. This is... I wouldn't even be able to see my character with this. My dude's so short. That's a little better. That's a little better. There you go. My dude's too short for a couple of these. Like, that looks kind of silly. But especially that first one, dude. I can't even see my boy. Luckily, I'm not third-person straight behind him view. Foot prick effects. I haven't seen that before. Interesting. So I'm seeing some of these for the first time. But anyways, there's lots of like little things that you can buy. I haven't seen anything too egregious yet, but I haven't delved into too deeply. I'm just kind of enjoying the story, the story is decent. Most people are voice acted. I'd say pretty much everybody is voice acted, especially in the cutscenes they are, but even just out and about. You get your little follower with you. She's pretty story-driven, so you're kind of stuck with who you got. But she's cool enough. She talks a lot. But his voice acting is pretty decent, pretty on point, I'd say, for the most part. Overall, I think it's a well-made game. I'll have to keep going with it and see if this is something I really want to play long-term. What's the late game like? I know that's a pretty big deal. But so far, I'm enjoying the beginnings of it, kind of figuring stuff out. I think that's also... a big part of the fun for like dungeon crawler type games. But yeah, maybe at the end I'll play some of the character intros just in case you haven't seen this game before and you're kind of wanting to see more things about it. I'll play those and you can kind of see who you might want to play, see if any of those are of interest, because some of them are pretty cool, I think. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Let me know if you have any questions as I'm playing through. I'll learn and see if I can answer any questions for you, or do you have any tips for me? I'm sure there's lots of people who have played in betas and stuff earlier than me, so they'll be more informative. But as a guy who's played lots of dungeon crawlers, and I even played a ton of Diablo Immortal, I didn't make any videos about it because I was too busy playing the dang thing, and all my friends would want. I'd get ready to make a video about it, and my friends invited me to play, so it's like, heck yeah, I want to play. So I've played many of these, and on the phone as well. So this is pretty well made. I wouldn't say it's the best of all time, but it's up there, and I know there's more coming out soon, and I'll be trying those as well. So if that is of interest to you and you like mobile games or gacha games, I do a lot of that on this channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you guys, good luck, God bless you, and you have a blessed day, y'all.
My flames of fury will engulf the entire world! For honor, for justice, and for the glory of the Herman family.
I'm biting cold and the blazing fire.
The perfect combination of technology and magic is right before your eyes. Ha!
I take lead in the endless torrents of steel.